Hello, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with another video. This is for the weekly check-in. I know it's late on a Tuesday when this is going to go up. Possibly even will be after midnight, so we're going well into Wednesday. But nonetheless, I'm still going to get it up because I want you all to have your weekly check-in. But you can always kind of go back over your Monday as well as your Tuesday to see how the reading fits. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And if you hear some thundering and things in the background, it is storming here, so hopefully the lights don't go out. And yeah, all that jazz. Anyway, but I'm gonna still go ahead and do the video because it's kind of quiet and it kind of sets the mood too, if you will. What else was I gonna say? Before I get into, so this is the Libra reading. Obviously, once you click on it, you'll be able to see exactly what, who the reading or which sign the reading is for. But this is for Libra. We just entered Libra season today. So for Libra, I'm doing something extra special in this reading, which is to not only do the weekly check-in, but also look at the general career and love for Libra, since we're going into the new Libra season, as a gift to my fellow Librans. My birthday is on the 26th, so and I believe that's going to be a Friday, so yeah, or this Friday rather. Let me see. I guess I can stop guessing and just say, yeah, it's on the 26th. So yeah, it'll be a Friday. Anyway, so happy early birthday to me, and happy early birthday to, happy birthday to any other Libra celebrating their birthday, especially on today, or, you know, the rest of this week and so on and so forth. Okay, so without further ado, let me get all of my little housekeeping things out of the way. So first, if you are returning to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you subscribed, and especially if you like the way I read. I will be dropping more videos soon, especially this week, because next week I'll start a new job. So I'll try to get as many of these pick-a-pal cards out, pick-a-pal readings out, so that you all, you know, have something to watch. And hopefully it can, you know, inspire you, encourage you, guide you, all the things, and confirm everything that you've been thinking about. Okay, if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you will consider subscribing to the channel for all the reasons I said previously. As you're listening along, you know, you can give the video a like. It costs nothing. It's just an easy way to support the channel and help me grow. Leave a comment down in the comment section if you want, if you feel comfortable doing so. If not, you can leave a cute little emoji down in the comment section, that just to let me know that you were engaged and you enjoyed the video. Share the video out to people who enjoy tarot as well. Yeah, do all the things. Okay, so this video is for Libra, obviously. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna put this over to the side here and get the tarot out. And just like I do for every weekly reading, I'm gonna start with the tarot, get that out, get the oracle out, and it's gonna be start of the week, middle of the week, end of the week. And then for Libra, I'm going to do, I'm going to do the general reading for this Libra season for Libra. That's a tongue twister there. But general, career, and romance. All right, so these are already shuffled for the most part. I've already called in, you know, my spirit guides and all the things that I believe in to come in and assist me when it comes to these types of readings. Okay, and I'm just connecting with my energy, or the energy again. And if you weren't aware, I put up an all signs reading, which I had been yapping about for the past few times I've done these weekly check-ins. So it's finally up there. So you can go take a look at that. You know, watch for each of your placements, of your big three or whatever, whichever placement you want to listen for. And I'll have to put the what do you call it? The oh goodness, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. The timestamps and all that stuff in there. I'll be doing that after I upload these bad boys. The weekly check-ins for not only Libra, but Taurus and Cancer too. Right, these are pretty, you know, the deck is pretty shuffled or whatever, but I just like to shuffle some more. I just do what my heart tells me and my mind. Okay. Ooh, it's really coming down out there now. I don't know if y'all can hear the rain, but it's coming down. Okay, there we go. Let's do that like that. And I usually have a little message here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get these cards here. Just like to have like an overall message to kind of wrap it all up into a bow. I will say, feeling kind of discombobulated and kind of not prepared. That could be the theme or energy for a lot of Libras this week. You may have, you know, feel like you kind of have your hand in multiple things going on, and you could have been very, very busy this week. I, as a Libra, wasn't necessarily as busy this week as far as like having tasks to do, but I did have some personal things that I wanted to get out of the way, so that could be considered, you know, little tasks, but it didn't really feel like busy work or anything like that to me, but more so on a personal level. All right, I'm gonna turn these over. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so let's look at, I'm looking at these cards and just seeing what I get from them. Okay, so right off the bat, this week, Libras, you, at the start of, well, first of all, I'll tell you what I see as far as the signs, the fellow signs that you could be interacting with. Like, So we have the Seven of Pentacles, so you could be dealing with the earth sign, water sign, and fire sign this week. Or you have those placements within your chart. Okay, so the first card that came out is the Seven of Pentacles. And whenever I see this card, it always makes me think of someone like kind of waiting to see whatever seeds they planted, you know, grow, because you have the little pentacles kind of growing on these on the plants, the different leaves I'm sorry. And it's kind of like you're just kind of sitting and waiting to see what happens. And it's just like with the hands, with the arms kind of crossed, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like you may be feeling kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost, I get this sense of like boredom, but also just kind of like, kind of annoyed, like you want things to kind of progress. You want things to keep get moving, and it's almost as if things are not moving as fast as you would want them to. But with the seven, you know, that's kind of like it can represent like our reflection or, you know, contemplation, and I feel like that's very strong with a lot of Libras this week. The start of the week could have really it could have really just made you like, something could have made you like just stop for a minute, and you maybe have to process something, or you're just contemplating something big, and it could be several things with this energy here, the Seven of Pentacles, because I did mention before, like starting off, it felt like you were kind of busy. Yeah, I got the feeling of busyness, of rushing, of just a lot of stuff going on. That's what I feel. And so that could be the energy of this as well. And you're kind of like, you're kind of trying to stop to think and say, okay, what's really going on? You know, it's like you're taking me for a ride. But I do like to look sometimes in these different scenarios just to kind of see how it matches up with my interpretation of the cards. Sometimes I'll look and kind of see what it says in the booklet. Okay, so in the booklet here it says Seven of Pentacles, it's time for a much needed break. Step away from whatever project you've been nurturing and take some time to relax. Maybe everything's going perfectly and you can see the rewards on the horizon, or maybe you're stuck and unsure what to do next. Either way, some time away will give you a fresh new perspective when you come back. So yeah, to me, again, this card here is just kind of like, you're just kind of like, okay, what next? you're in deep contemplation this at the start of the week here. So Monday kind of into Tuesday could have kind of kept you a little, yeah. You're just kind of like, okay, you know, it's like I have my hands tied, or my hands, everything is going every which way, and I'm just trying to make sense of it. So that's what I get from the Seven of Pentacles there. So then we have the King of Cups here. It's kind of like continuing that sort of like deep contemplation, because like this king here, he seems like he's just kind of chilling, but the face kind of looks like they're in deep thought, like they're kind of I can't even say that word, dissociating. And so that's the energy that I get. It's like, even with things kind of going haywire around you, it's you're kind of disassociating. You're kind of like, just like I almost like I quit, but also And I don't know, it could be an energy where some of you do quit a job and you find a new one, or you're about to start a new one in my case. But yeah, I really just get the sense this week that this is a week of much contemplation, seeking clarity, kind of stopping, thinking things through, mulling over things, making sure, plans, if you made plans, that they're kind of set, you've written them out, you've analyzed them, especially coming from Virgo season into now Libra season, where you just had the autumnal equinox yesterday, and it's all about, clarity, receiving, partnerships, that type of thing, which is also what's representative of the sign of Libra. So yeah, so let's see what the book says. So okay, King of Cups, it says they're calming and their cup is brimming with love and compassion. They draw strength from treating others with tenderness and kindness, and they're truly in touch with all their emotions. They're the kind of person who you feel perfectly at ease with because their presence is sincere and accepting. If this indicates a relationship, you're finally fully able to let down all your walls and feel comfortable and loved by this person. If the king is you, you're doing a beautiful job as a friend, a confidant, so be proud. So yeah, from all that, I just get more so that, you're just kind of not necessarily in chill mode, but you're kind of taking the time to step back and contemplate things. And it could very well be related to like partnerships, relationships, that type of thing. But again, things could be super, super chaotic, or you have to make a couple of decisions, with this Seven of Pentacles. There's so many, like there's several options, or whenever I see like the multiple cups cards, or like several pentacles, to me it's just kind of like waiting for like the fruits of your labor to come in as well. Which, I mean, hey, this is the harvest season, so that is also very plausible. Okay. And you could be, I'm also getting, if this is related to relationships, because you do down here in the oracle, you do have simply love. So yeah, if it is related to a certain person of interest in your life, especially if they are a King of Cups or a water sign, they could be very I wouldn't say they're very stoic, because they do show feelings. King of Cups is someone who's very compassionate and loyal, and willing to kind of listen to you, hear you out on certain things. So you could be dealing with or meeting someone that's very, very much your speed. They're very considerate of your time, willing to listen to you. They treat you well, and they, simply love. They love you. It's no BS, no filler, no fake stuff. All of it is straight up. So if this person hasn't come in your life yet, they may be on the way. Okay. Then we have Seven of Wands. Okay. And whenever I see the Seven of Wands, I just think of like being on the defense for some reason. So by the end of the week, or this week rather, you could be kind of defensive for whatever reason. Maybe somebody does something and rubs you the wrong way, because I'm kind of seeing in my mind like somebody like saying something to you that kind of just rubs you the wrong way, and you kind of like, did they just say that to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, did they, what's going on here? But anyway, we're gonna check the book out. All right. So the book says, your fiery drive has given you the strength and willpower to climb to the top of the cliff, only to have others try to knock you back down. Excuse me. You've succeeded and you're feeling stronger or strong. But others may be jealous. They'll try to make you feel like less and sow seeds of doubt in yourself. Don't let them. You deserve to be here. Fight for yourself. So yeah, I just feel like you just could be feeling on the defense because somebody may have said something to you crazy and you just kind of like, okay, I know that they didn't say that to me, and it's kind of like you kind of feel the need to want to defend yourself or speak up about something, which you should. If somebody says something to you crazy, then definitely speak up for yourself. All right, so then we're gonna go to the oracle portion. We got simply love. So yeah, with this card, yeah, I just go back to the King of Cups, even though it's not necessarily aligned with the King of Cups. I get more so the feeling, so okay, for some of you in this pile or in this group of Libras, it could be like having love for the things that you have coming up, like not kind of taking your opportunities for granted. So especially if you have like multiple options for things with this Seven of Cups and all these little pentacles around. I mean, I said Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, I'm sorry. You have all these options, it's kind of like, have love for it, have gratitude for it. But if it's pertaining to like a specific person of interest that you're interested in, then yeah, I would look towards this person like really having a lot of love for you. That's what I'm saying. For some of you, like you have a partner or a partner is coming in that's super a joy to be around, and they believe you are a joy to be around. So yeah, I like that. So then we have rest and recovery, or reconsider, I'm sorry. But it could be recovery. Sometimes these words jump out and they're meant to come out. So I don't know, there could be some recovery in there somewhere. But anyways, like rest and reconsider. Again, going back to the Seven of Pentacles, as well as the King of Cups, is very like kind of calm, taking a step back, chill, type of take time to ponder certain things that are going on and reconsider moves you want to make, especially going into Seven of Wands energy. If you you may want to think before you react to someone's disrespect or someone kind of coming at you, and you know that they're coming at you, but they're trying to be kind of covert about it. Yeah, it's kind of like making sure you don't overplay your hand or don't lash out in a way, but just because there's a way to do things. Like you can talk to a person, tell them how you feel or how they made you feel without like going off, just kind of keeping a level head about it. Then we have challenging times. So again, I feel like this is associated with someone like talking to you crazy or like doing something, and I get the feeling of somebody trying to be like covert with what they're doing, but it's like you pick up on it easily, and it's just kind of like, do we have beef? You know what I mean? Like you kind of like calling them out, like, excuse me, what's the deal? Anyway, but I feel like whatever the case is, you'll just keep in mind to keep a level head. Just keep in mind not to go overboard with calling someone out, because you don't want to get yourself in trouble, but you also, don't want to let anything slide either, if that makes sense. Okay, and your last message to kind of wrap this all up, as far as the weekly, taking a weekly look at things, is ask and you shall receive. Divine blessings await you. Can't really read the writing because it's backwards and it's small. I don't know, maybe I can put it up to the camera, you can kind of see. Still backwards though. But anyway, yeah, you know, ask and you shall receive. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think, you know, but I also think it's a caution of being careful what you wish for, you know, and ask for. You know, just make sure you're clear on what it is that you want and what you're asking for, and you know, have gratitude, you know, when the things that you're asking for come in, because typically when you know, set goals, you speak it into existence, they typically have a good chance of coming true. So just make sure you're very clear on the things that you're wanting. All right, so that wraps up the portion of what am I trying to say? The weekly check-in, and then I'm going to go into the general reading for you Libras. Okay, let's see, let's do that. So I'm going to be using those again. Okay. Oops, that's about to fall out. All right. All right, Libras, we're looking at your general messages for the Libra season. I think I want to pull out 5 of these and kind of go with that spread. Oops. Oh, did I say? Actually, no, not 5. Oh, no, I'm hearing 3, so we're gonna go with that for this particular deck, and all the decks that I'm using will be in the description box, of course. Yeah, we're just gonna go with 3 is what I'm hearing. If I need to pull more for clarity or whatever, I'll do that. But 3, not 5. So I don't want these messages to be too long, but also if they have to be long, they can be. Okay. Don't you hate when you're like, something on your face itches and then you kind of have to like try to scratch when you're trying to do something? That's so annoying. Anyway. Okay. So overall, your general reading is, we're going to start, just work our way to the end. You have 8 of Spring, and it says stress that comes from having many things happening at once. What did I say earlier? What, your card just came out, the 7 of Pentacles that you had, and I said it's so many things going on. Okay, anyway, I love synchronicities. Y'all know this, for those who've been kind of watching and keeping up for the most part. I love the synchronicities. Yeah, so again, stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Hey, it's spring, y'all. Yeah, so overall, generally, I feel like this week, as well as kind of going the rest of Libra season, you could have moments where you have a lot of things going on. You may have to multitask on certain things, especially if you're starting new things. You could kind of be thrown into chaos and you kind of have to find your way. Make sure you're paying attention so that you can catch on to certain things. But from what this card says or indicates is that you will have success with it. Like, you'll be successful at it. You know, it won't be too so much to the point where you can't focus or you can't grasp anything. You'll get it. And it says sudden events and changes. So yeah, this could be a season of change for you. But I think you're going to take it in stride. It's not going to be to the point where it completely throws you off, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we have the 8 of Autumn. 2 8s, 1 4. That's interesting. So maybe your angel numbers to look up would be 884. Okay, so then we have 8 of Autumn, and it says do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, and long-term projects. So throughout this season as well, you know, you may be doing a lot of studying. You may be doing a lot of, again, getting your feet wet or being pushed into different projects to help with, assist with, or even lead. So this is a card of kind of just telling you to be kind of like prepare, but also just to be, you know, open to learning, open to growing. Some of you could be attending some conferences, seminars, that type of thing, virtual online events. I'm getting also I'm hearing partnerships, that word partnerships. So that could be in the form of an apprenticeship, which is on this card as well. I'm also hearing a teacher's aide. So maybe you could be like assistant teachers at this time with their, you know, classwork, or even in the class assisting. I think that's what, yeah, like teacher's aides do. Okay, so then we have for winter, and it says set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep or a vacation. All right, so I definitely know I personally, as a Libra, need some out-of-town air, a vacation. So hopefully I may try to do that in late October. Who knows? And then also, again, you had the rest and reconsider card earlier. So that could be, you know, a part of, you know, making a decision a little later. You don't have to make one right away. And, you know, solutions come when you take the time to write things out, think things out, and you can move accordingly. Okay. Just making sure I don't see anything else with these cards here. Going back to the 8 of Spring and the whole thing, like with multitasking, it's not like, it's, some people say you're not really multitasking because you can kind of miss something when you're trying to do multiple things at once. You can miss, you know, certain information, that jazz. So, because when I hear the word multitask, it automatically makes me think of burnout. So just be kind of mindful of not to get, you know, burnt out when it comes to that. Yeah, and just set aside some time to really figure things out if you need to. You don't have to make like a concrete decision right away, but just try to, you know, if things come up where you need to make some important decisions, try to think it through and then make a decision. Also get more sleep. I can see that. If you're a night owl like me, you definitely need some I forget what it's called, but someone to light a fire under you to go to bed. Sometimes for me, I know that happens. Oh, I'm like, where's the thing at? Okay. So we did that. And now we're going into your, what do you call it? Your career portion. Also threes may be significant, 3 through 3, because that's what I'm being called to pull from the decks. Again, if I feel compelled to pull out more just for clarity or anything like that, then I will. Yeah. These are your career opportunity cards here, and that's what we're going to look at right now. Sorry, I'll be over here listening to TikTok live sometimes. I always try to make sure I support my friends who go live. Oop, okay. That was funny. So I like to tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. No. Okay. Come on. Sometimes these cards be so doggone thick that they can't hardly move. You can't hardly move them. You have to kind of wear them down a little. But you do have like certain decks. As a reader, you have certain decks that you use a lot. So they do kind of get worn a little bit more. All right, let's see what's going on with your careers, Libras. Interesting. Okay, so you have body work first that came out. And this is speaking about your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So some Libras could be into, you know, working out. This also could be a either a hobby or a career path for you, you know, where you've been thinking about going into being a personal trainer, or some kind of fitness instructor. Also getting bodybuilding, like competition wise. You could be doing that. And therapy, massage therapy. You could want to put your healing skills to the test, or maybe not to the test, but to use, because that's the way you want to heal others. So yeah, body work. And this could also be a card saying that maybe you would fare well in that, you know, in that arena. So like if you've been kind of shying away from that, but it is something on your heart that you want to do, then that would be a good time. Now would be a good time going into this season of harvest, of you know, planting seeds, to plant the seed of, okay, maybe I do want to do this. And you could try to start, because he did have in the previous card, you had do more research with that one autumn card, something of autumn, 8 of autumn, I think it was. That could be your sign to go after, you know, pursuing how to get a degree or a certificate or whatever, whatever you get to be a personal trainer or a fitness instructor, a massage therapist, energy healing of some sort. Even if it's not just massage therapy, it could be Reiki healing as well, because that deals with the, the different energy centers of the body. So yeah, that could be in your line of expertise that you want to grow, and this card is asking you to pursue that. All right, so then you have creative expression, and it says your soul longs to express itself creatively. So if some of you have been procrastinating on your creativity, now's the time to do so. If you have some kind of blockages of some sort, do some things that can allow you to be creative, and there are things that you enjoy. So like that could be, artwork, coloring, painting, writing a poem, even if it's, not a good poem, just allowing yourself to freely write and just do it that way. Sometimes when I do have blockages as far as writing is concerned, I will just write freely, not with, too much intention in mind. I just want to write. I just want to put something down on paper, and I do. And usually that helps to eliminate that blockage. Okay, speaking of writing, we have author that came out. And it says, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. I feel like this is personally calling me out because I need to get back on writing on my own, what do you call that? My own story novel, because I've been working on that, and I need to get back on it. So calling me out anyway. Okay, so those were your look at your career, and last but certainly not least, we're going to look at love. I'm already yawning. So yeah, I will be definitely going to sleep pretty soon, or at least attempt to anyway. Again, I'm a night owl, but I feel like those career or life purpose cards are calling me out. Lord, like, dang, you have to call me out on my own video. Anyway, so let's see what's going on with Live. L-O-V-E-E-E. Not just playing. Okay, so first thing, we have free yourself. And it says it's time to take back control of your life. So with that card, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory with that one. It's just you need to free yourself. You need to free yourself of any shackles or any type of codependency. And this could also be, some of you may have already started that journey where you are not allowing any type of like relationship to kind of hold you back. If you had been doing that, maybe you are single now or about to be. Maybe, a relationship has run its course for you, and you're kind of slowly getting back to on your feet, slowly getting back to a place where you know, have total control over yourself, and you're kind of enjoying it. So that's what that means. Free yourself is very, very quick. Then you have religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I don't know. I only get, that could be like a small number of Libras who may, you know, have been in a relationship or in a relationship currently, and, you know, religion may play a factor in whether or not you and your partner, or however your dynamic is, it may be kind of impacting the relationship. So it's either going to be like the two of you, or however many of you, need to maybe come together and have a powwow, if that makes sense, and just kind of see if you do have differing beliefs, religious beliefs, if those two can coincide with each other, if that will impact your relationship. But, you know, it can, if, you know, you all are getting serious and, you know, marriage is on the table, and you all come from two different backgrounds, two different religions, you have to see if those things kind of mesh well together, and if not, if they don't generally always, you know, generally go together, you know, if there's room for it to coexist. So that could be something you all are going through. Okay, and then we have last, love yourself first. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay, so I think this can go for all Libras, because I feel like Libras, because we're so laid back a lot of times, and we don't want to rock the boat or cause any conflict, we will sometimes just kind of accept or go along with things just to keep the peace. And I think where love yourself first comes in is just, you know, not allowing for self-respect to fly, or disrespect to fly, I'm sorry. Not allowing people to talk to you any kind of way, you know, or treat you any kind of way, you know, just because you want to keep the peace, and just because you love a person. You know, if, you know, if there's a thing where you need to leave a relationship because someone is not treating you how you should be treated, then you should love yourself first, put yourself first, and leave you know, toxicity behind. You know, don't even, yeah. So y'all know what I mean. Y'all know exactly what I mean. So with that being said, this is the end of the Libra weekly check-in, as well as the bonus extended reading for Libras. But I just wanted to do something to get back to my fellow Libras, something extra, a treat, if you will, just for my fellow Libras, to say happy birthday, and represent for the Libras A. So hopefully you enjoyed the reading. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know how, if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, then you can just leave a cute little emoji down there, just to let me know that you were engaged with the reading and you enjoyed it. You know, give the video a like. Costs nothing to support the channel and help a sister out. No. Share the video if you think someone may like this and it may be beneficial or whatever. Subscribe to the channel, because I have more pickup piles coming soon. I'm gonna try to roll out at least about 3 of them, just so I can, you know, have something up going into next week. Because, yeah, oh my goodness, my Discord is popping off. I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn the notifications off, because they'll be getting on my nerves. But anyway, I don't like notifications. It's so annoying. And what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Do all the things, y'all. Do all the things. Anyway, so with that being said, bye-bye. See y'all next week. And hopefully I will be on time. I'm going to try to get the weekly readings done on Sunday. shoot, Saturday if I can do that. That would be great. But yeah, bye y'all.